This video contains an ad for Squarespace. I know it's huge, but let me explain. I've had this idea for a painting for a really long time, and it's of this great wolf that is sneaking up on a despairing man. And I've had the inspiration from Norse mythology, and if you don't know the story, it's this giant wolf Fenrir that kills the Allfather and god Odin during the last battle between the Jotuns and the gods during Ragnarok. Like, I've had this painting so vividly in my mind for such a long time. I feel like I haven't been ready for it because it's such an emotional and epic thing for me, and I need it to be just right, you know? I picked up the absolute largest canvas I could find in the hopes that this size will help convey this grand idea I've had living in my mind for so long. I'm really honored that you want to spend the next 2 weeks of painting with me, so without further ado, let's get started. I just finished doing all the color blacking, looking nice so far. As you saw me do in the beginning, I made a whole grid on the canvas here because I had drawn a little sketch of my composition first in order to just be able to place everything in the correct spot and also get the right sizes of everything. I made a grid on that and then transferred everything onto here. So now what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna start working on the background here and kind of work my way towards the front. Like you can see, we have this swirly motion, and I want to put clouds here that follow this motion. And one thing is to paint normal clouds, another thing is to paint clouds that are in motion. So you really gotta understand the shape and manipulate it, and I just hope I'm able to do that. And I mean, it's just gonna get increasingly difficult from here, so let's do it. I think I can. Let's go. We painted some mountains and some clouds and some forests, and I'm pretty happy with most of it. I'm a little bit unsure about this whole area though, like there's something weird about the transitions here between the wolf and the background. But I'm gonna start working on the wolf next, so hopefully that will kind of resolve whatever's happening in this area. I haven't really painted a lot of creatures before. I don't know why, usually I paint either people or landscapes. I mean, I've painted maybe a couple of cats and some dragons, and that's about it. But you know, with references, everything is possible. So let's start painting the wolf. Listen, I have been painting over this area like, I don't know, 5 times now. I've lost count, and I just can't for the life of me figure out like what's wrong here. I feel like I've tried so many things and it just doesn't look the way I want it to look. And it's kind of getting on my nerves, not gonna lie. It's not like this on every painting, but on some paintings, it's just this one area that just never turns out the way I want it to. And this is the spot. I'm gonna give it one more shot, and if it turns out great this time, then fantastic, I can move on with my life. If it doesn't turn out good, I'm still gonna move on because I can't keep painting over this one spot for a few days. And you know, maybe I just need some, you know, space from it and it will look good in a couple of days anyway. That's what I'm hoping for at this point anyway. You and me. Let's go. Before we move on, here's an ad for Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build your online presence and run your business. Personally, I've used it to make my portfolio website, which took me like half an hour to set up because you just pick a template, tweak it a bit, make it nice and pretty, and then upload a bunch of art. I mean, it's never been easier for a beginner like myself to set up my own website because you don't need to know anything about website making before getting started. Also, all websites made on Squarespace are optimized for mobile, which means that the content automatically adjusts so your website looks great on any device. And also, if you want to start selling things, Squarespace got you covered with e-commerce templates, easy inventory management, an easy checkout process, and secure payments. So if you're interested, go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/nerdforge to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And back to the project. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about color. Because right now, most of this is, well, mainly blue, but I am going to put in a little torch down here that is going to be in like an orange color. If you look at the color wheel, the orange and the blue are on opposite sides, which means they are complementary colors, so they work very well together. And the same goes for all the other colors in the color palette. If they're on opposite side, works well together. And that's also going to create a warm-cold contrast, because the red and yellow tones are warm colors and the blue tones are cold. And those also work very well together. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for coming to my Color Theory 101 class. Now let's get back to painting the foreground and finish off this painting. I've been painting almost like the full day, every day, for 2 weeks, and we're finally finished. I really feel like this has been my most challenging painting yet. I mean, even more so than the mural, because like with the mural, you don't expect there to be that much detail because it's, well, on a wall. But with a painting like this and kind of the style I'm going for, you expect there to be more detail. And it's really been a challenge to get it in there, but I feel like been able to do that. I mean, it's been 2 weeks of hard work, but in the end I really feel like it's been worth it. You know, if you like this painting, we are going to make some prints of this that are going to be signed and limited, and also we're gonna hang this on our wall in our apartment. So if you want to stay updated on the prints and see how this looks on the wall, then you should follow us on Instagram. We'll post about it over there. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to our amazing patrons, because you guys enable us to do awesome stuff like this. And now, let's have a look at the final result.